What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. Let's get right off into this. So, as y'all can see, all these cases is coming down on the entertainment world. Like it's only black folks though. That's what's crazy, man. Like really, like we the only ones raping, taking, domestic violence. Ain't nobody else. Like all brothers. Like, come on, man. That's stuff crazy. But however, you know, hey, they gotta smut us. They gotta blackface us. But again, if them brothers guilty of that stuff, doing that stuff, hey, that's on them. Hell, we ain't gonna co-sign and condone what's going on. Wrong is wrong, right is right. What was in the dark coming to light, and that stuff, time to collect. Look, when you dancing with the devil, yeah, it was good just a week ago. But when it's time to collect, great is the fall. I'm listening to a lot of these people trying to cover this stuff, man, and that stuff be tripping me out. How a lot of these media platforms trying to be all political correct. People really trying to question, is any of this really true that's being said against Puffy and Will Smith? And I'm hearing people like, man, I don't think he'll do that. I don't think they'll do that. Why you think they won't do that? What makes you believe they won't do that? Because you heard the song? Because you like the movie they played in? Do they not have a sinful nature? You don't think the devil tempted and influenced them just like he tempted and influenced you? You think they're above reproach? Absolutely not. And the higher the level, the greater the devil. The higher the level, the greater the devil. And as you can see, them brothers definitely deeply engulfed in this mess. And putting on the front in front of that camera, trying to act like they solid and stand up, genuine dudes. The lie detector said that was a lie. They don't believe that Puffy or Will Smith allegedly is homosexual. Why you don't believe that? That's already been, okay, let's address Will, because I'm hearing people, what's that dude named Tory Wholesome? He was trying to deny Will Smith wasn't getting pounded by Dwayne Martin. He trying to deny Dwayne Martin. Like we forgot Lisa Ray just wasn't calling out Tisha Campbell on her husband, basically either having sex with her husband or trying to have sex with her husband. She called Gina from Martin, Tisha Campbell, she called her out on that. Now we seeing that Dwayne Martin, who just not, who was married to Tisha Campbell, was just the girl, Lisa Ray, who was just telling Tisha Campbell, your man trying to steal my husband on some Alexander the Great Roman Empire sex type stuff. Because again, that's how they like to have, that's how the Romans like to have sex. They thought if they had sex with each other, it'll make them fight harder in battle and wars. That was their way to justify being flaming punks. That's what their way to justify it. By saying that. You look through history, Most of those killers and emperors and pharaohs, them dudes was super gay. Like super gay. And they had a very evil heart as a result of being gay, according to Romans 1. That's what God say. When you reject him, your heart become darkened and you begin to commit all type of homosexual acts. So you better be careful. Yeah. But even when she was calling Tisha Campbell out on that, her husband, Dwayne Martin, trying to take her husband. And now we see this come out on Dwayne Martin and Will Smith banging each other. And Tori Holcomb was like, man, I don't believe that's true. And if it is, that's their business. No, it ain't they celebrities. It ain't their business. The moment you step on these platforms and you make yourself a public, you make yourself a public figure, and you capitalizing all that money financially, things like that, hey, it's open season, fair game. Because if you was a nobody, nobody knew you, you wouldn't be having this conversation. But I don't see how people really get so caught up in this that they don't believe that these people are human just like you. These people tempted just like you. These people have problems just like you. Just because they rich and got money and don't make themselves accessible to the public and keep things behind the scene, under the wrap, quiet with NDAs and things like that, don't mean that they ain't going through the same thing you go through. Don't let it fool you. Most of them people rich is miserable. They don't have no peace. They don't have no freedom. Everything is being documented and recorded. Yeah. I ain't surprised by it. Will Smith not gay, but you got a movie kissing a man in the mouth, kissing a white man literally in the mouth and letting him pound you from behind like Nicki Minaj. Like, come on, man. Like, really giving it to you. The same way it was just explained how Dwayne Martin was giving it to you. So this clown crying, he a weak man. He a weak man, so I ain't surprised at all. You already did this already. So I don't see how people acting as though this is far-fetched and Will wouldn't do such a thing. How? He did it already. Go to YouTube, type up 6 Degrees Separation. That's one of Will Smith's first movie. He having sex with a man in the movie. Like really having sex with a man in the movie. Man, ain't no straight man playing that part. Kissing a man in the mouth and letting him hit you from the back. Ain't no man playing that part. And that's exactly what he did in that movie. He was letting the white man hit him from the back. Same thing that initiate them into the Illuminati. That's why they so scared to open their mouth. That's why they can't say nothing. They get passed around and they get video recorded and everything. The same thing you now hearing what they doing to people. They doing the same thing to people that was done to them. That's what they doing. And all of them just in that same bowl, just nasty and wicked and evil. He don't believe in God. He into Scientology. Stop thinking these people good just because they on TV and play good parts. You used to him playing a hero. You used to him playing a good husband. You used to him playing a defender. Man, get out of here. Them people evil and corrupted as hell. They hate God. They carry the banner of LGBTQ. They for abortion and murdering the babies and the bellies and wombs of the mamas. These people evil. They corrupted as hell. They want everybody to praise and exalt them. So yeah, I'm not surprised at that. I don't see why people were trying to be surprised at that. Because they didn't want to ruffle no feathers. But let it been somebody else. They not selective like that. Well, they are selective like that. Let it been someone else. They'll be killing them. Then you just see how they are as individuals. Both of them is good for each other because neither one of them is no good to each other. And anybody they gonna be with, they gonna end up hurting. They gonna end up hurting because that's the thing that they do. Then you got Puffy. People don't want to believe what he did. You got this whole history about what this man did. Everybody been talking about Puff parties and what goes on at Puff parties. Everybody can tell this dude is narcissistic. This dude love being the center of attention. This dude do anything. That's crazy to me. I ain't surprised at all. This man had a hand in the death, allegedly. This man had a hand in the death of both Biggie and Pop. Wanted to get rid of them both and start all over again. That's crazy. But he ain't do this. Right. But he settled, what, 24 hours after the paperwork came out? That's shame. He got the paperwork himself. So he reading what's being said about him. He know it's true. So, and knowing that it's true, that's why he went out his way to try to quiet and silence it. But why people acting like they surprised at this? How many more people you got to hear come forward literally saying how this man is and how he operates? Because that happens a lot. As I'm looking into this thing, come to find out a couple more women came out on Puff. After they seen Cassie get that lawsuit in under 24 hours, they said, hell, what the hell I got to lose? He got some of this too. That's why I'm telling y'all, man, in order to survive the game, man, get married. It's going to take away 80% of your problem. Get married. Get you one wife where you can do all you want to her because she know you belong to her and vice versa. You dudes ain't got no filter. Magic Johnson ain't teach y'all nothing. Y'all seeing how fat he is and thinking the man ain't got nothing still. Y'all seeing how fat he getting, thinking that AIDS is good. Oh, that's good to have. You see how big Magic Johnson got? Right. Right. People allowing themselves to be victims of what these guys put out here, these written scripts. Both these guys had written scripts. Both of them. I ain't surprised at all. It was to be expected. Again, when brothers ain't got no love and respect for God, so how they gonna have love and respect for you? They family, they life and self. They don't. Because they want to do anything they can do. I'm talking about this man may have been responsible for the death of Biggie and Pop. They already saying he put $1 million hit out on Pac. And we already know Big had no business being in LA as the most hated dude on the West Coast in the middle of an East Coast, West Coast rivalry. He had no business being over there. Didn't even have to go over there when everything in California is in New York. Like, come on, what we doing here? But that's what they did. That's what they did. I don't put nothing past dude. That dude got a history of making people disappear who finna come out and expose him and say something about him. I don't know, man. I ain't buying nothing Puffy gotta say.
No streets for you. Leave me waiting on you. Listen, no streets for you.